All right, guys, what's up? Hopefully the first video was helpful. In the second video, in this video, we're gonna take a look at how to create a file management system onto your Finder or onto your Explorer, I guess it's called on Windows, and use it in DaVinci Resolve or any other editing software. It will help you save time throughout your entire editing process of a project because you can find and navigate to your clips so much easier and faster this way. If you haven't downloaded my keyboard shortcuts, do it. They're linked in the description below and they're very useful, and I'm gonna use them throughout my entire video course. So yeah, download it. It's free, so why not, right? All right, enjoy, good luck. You know, make some notes, use pen and paper or whatever you use to make notes, and enjoy. All right, so you'll see two Finder windows here. Yeah, so the left side is my Google Drive, the right side is my SSD where I work from. I work from an SSD because the project that I'm working on is about 700 gigabytes in size, so it will not fit on my computer. That's why. So I'm going to walk you through all the files that are on here and why we chose to make these files in this order. Okay, so the first thing you'll see when opening up this folder, Riders Hotel July 2020, is all the days. Yeah, so we've been there for 4 days, and of course we shot footage every day. So let's say day one is our first day. Yeah, if you click on this one, you'll see that we have 3 different folders. The first one is photo. We went biking that day. We went to the Kaumasee, which is a lake, and some other random like pictures we've shot with the drone, for example. Yeah, so that's this one. It's a pretty sick one though. Then there is drone shots. Again, we used the drone while biking. So that's this. Let's see. Not the bass one, I think. And we used the drone while being at Kaumasee. But at Kaumasee, we also used the Mavic Air and the Mavic Pro. So that's why there's 2 folders in here. Yeah. For video, we shot video at the biking thing we did, which is downhill biking. And we did some video at the Kaumasee. But at Kaumasee, we used the EOS R as well. So that's why there's a specific folder for the EOS R. When biking, we only use the Blackmagic Pocket camera. So that's why there's only 1 folder. Easy. Yeah, so that's how we structure our files. So there's photos, biking surroundings, and cocktails. Drone shots. There's only drone shots of the Pro this time. Pretty nice. And then there's video, bike surroundings, only with the Blackmagic. Breakfast prep, only with the Blackmagic. And then cocktails. As you can see, we used DaVinci Resolve's clone tool to use to copy everything over. Very nice. So that's how we do it, and it goes on and on and on. And we typically do this every time we have a lunch break, for example, to make sure that all the data is safe. Because as you can see in for example, some of the footage here, we were out and shooting some pretty extreme stuff. So this is, he's going down very fast. He's just shooting past the camera. It's, you can break it and then you lost all the footage if you haven't not backed it up. So that's why you always need to back up if you'll find a moment to do this, or you need to make a moment to do this. All right. The next thing is some old footage I've shot, like when I was there in November of 2019. Just, speaks for itself. Just random footage of the hotel that maybe come in handy in this project. And then some audio, 2 different folders. This can be named SFX, sound effects. And then music, just all the tracks that we downloaded to use in these edits. And then miscellaneous, this is like the logos that the client supplied, and then all the data, or then all the like logos and this is the font. Yeah, so then the logos. So that's why it's in there. This one is not necessarily necessary in here, but yeah, we keep it in there just for backup. This has all the file structure files in there, but I'll come to that later. Then there's some other footage shot by a different camera crew that we're going to use to make some ads for winter. Now, we've got a same sort of file structure in our Google Drive. Why is that, you may ask? Well, Frank has exactly the same file structure on his SSD. So we're using Samsung T5s, phenomenal little devices, super fast and very reliable. And Frank has exactly the same one. So the good thing about this is, and I have not ever heard anyone talk about this way of working, even though I think it's pretty genius, even though we came up with it ourselves. In DaVinci Resolve, you can export a project. We make a file in our drive with all the projects that we use or worked on, and then you can just connect all the footage back to the SSD that you're using, and it doesn't matter if it's Shure SSD or Frank SSD. It just checks the file names, and if all that data remains the same, then you can just work wherever you are from which computer you want. So that's very nice. I mean, I can work from Amsterdam and Frank can work from Lelystad. It's that easy. And you don't have to physically have an office to be able to edit together. I can edit for 2 hours and I say hey man, I'm going to go for lunch now, and he takes over. Very nice. All right. So that is basically it. So yeah, so we've got a project folder in here with all the projects that we worked on. Every time I finish, my editing session, I'll export the project, put it in here, make a, name it so it's easy to check. So 8 October and then the time, and then, Frank can take over and start from there. And we've got another file in here with all the renders. And this is a marketing campaign that we did for them with all the footage that we've shot. Yeah, some shots from the room. Pretty simple, just some ads. So yeah, and we can share this folder with the client, and he can check if he likes the footage or not, and then give feedback. That is how you'll start and build up your file management. It's very important that you do this, because otherwise it'll get a mess, and the whole editing process that comes later will be slowed down because of it. Yeah, so the next thing we'll do is we'll open up DaVinci Resolve, and we'll get the entire file structure inside DaVinci Resolve in one click. All right, so for the sake of this tutorial, I made a new project. I already have a project with all the files and even the edits and timelines in there, but to make it a little bit more easier for you to understand, I'll create a new project. So I always go to the Edit tab. I use the clone tool in the media pool, but I never go there. I usually use the Edit tab for everything. So what you'll do is, go to your Edit tab and then go over to your Finder. Then drag all the files at once and put it underneath the master. Yeah, so in your master tab here. Wait for it, and then it will smash all the bins in there without you having to create all the bins manually. It's that easy. It's so simple. And yeah, that just saves a bunch of time. So now right click, create new bin, and then timelines, and then create your first timeline. Timeline 1 is a tutorial, and then go into your settings and change this to, let's say we want to make a 1920, a Instagrammable video. Go to video, or go to biking, and we'll grab a sick clip of these dudes racing by. Yeah, so now, of course, this looks rubbish. So what you'll do is, let's drag this down for a bit. Go to the clip, inspector, retime and scaling, and then scaling, fill. Bam, and you're good to go. So now just check if the clip is sort of aligned properly, and then there they go. So from now on, you can just edit on the fly. All the files are in Resolve in the same sort of order that you created it in. And it's nice because you're already so familiar with this setup because you created it yourself. I'm not saying you have to do it exactly how I do it, but as long as you're organized, it will help down the line, because if you're not organized, you'll end up searching for all the clips the entire day and the entire time, and it just frustrates you. So yeah, this is how I do it, and that is the end of episode 2. In the next episode, we're going to take a look at how I spot the footage, and then how I create a rough cut using duo timelines. Very basic stuff, but it's super convenient, and it's nice to know these little tricks to make editing a lot faster. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned.